OnTheSceneNY.
They believed in the skill set. They said, okay, you deserve to be on this bill. Just taking 2015, taking it to the next level. So for 2016, I'm going times 40 on that.
You already know, man, Welsh Da God, OnTheSceneNY. We back in North Carolina. We out here with my man Madison Jay, past, present, future. You know what I'm saying? We in the clothing store, Honor and Raleigh. You know what I mean? All that fly shit in here. Make sure y'all come through, check it out, man. Welsh Da God, OnTheScene. Yeah, you already know, man. Welsh Da God, OnTheSceneNY.com. We here once again with Madison Jay.
County.
You know what I'm saying? This is our third time. Past, present, this is the future. You know what I mean? We're going to discuss a lot of topics, you know what I mean? We're going to touch a lot of situations, what's going on, what's been going on, and what's in the future. Madison, talk to them, man. What you got working? What you got going on now, man?
Man, I think all roads are leading right now to the Hopscotch Music Festival in downtown Raleigh. September 4th through the 6th, I actually be performing on September 6th at the Busy Bee Cafe, at the Hive location for the Busy Bee Cafe. All roads are just leading to that, making sure that's probably the biggest performance I've done thus far, so everything is focusing on that right now.
Yeah, shout out to the Hopscotch Music Festival. This is the 5th year. De La Soul, hip hop legends are the headliners for this. My man Madison Jay, congratulations on that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, how did that happen? You know what I mean? How did
It's just really staying consistent and staying focused, man. Just reached out, said a few words. And they believed in the talent, they believed in the skill set. They said, okay, you deserve to be on this bill, and green light from there.
Oh, okay, definitely a lot of, upcoming artists, this is a chance to get their big break. What's your feelings on that? Like, how are you feeling?
I mean, a lot of people ask me, am I nervous? And I tell them, nah, this is like another day at work. You know what I mean? I'm clocking in. I'm just hoping that people are ready to see perform on my caliber. Just go in and just give their heart, blood, sweat, and tears, just to make sure that they have a great performance at this festival. So I'm excited, but for the people that, are you nervous? No, I'm not nervous. Another day in the office for county.
Definitely. Since the first time we talked to now, a lot of progression. I see you moved into the clothing line. Explain more about the county line. We see a lot of county shirts running around. What's going on with that?
Well, basically, I just I took it upon myself to make sure that I have a nice promotion out here in the streets and globally. So I said, okay, as an artist, I just want to make sure I merchandise myself well. So I had the county thing floating off. Decided to put it into actuality. Shouts out to head Graphix, you know what I mean? Helping out with the whole logo and whatnot. But basically just what the county represents is like, NC native. Of course, Mike being, from New York, you already know you guys got your boroughs. Cali got they, neighborhoods, sets, things of that nature. And then, NC, we thrive on counties, you know what I mean? It's 100 counties. So I said, as one representation for NC, 100 counties. The whole thing is one county, so that's basically what the county thing derives from. And shouts out to my brother Chubbs too. He's actually the dude who gave me the name county. So shouts out to Chubbs. Definitely. Pretty Tone, I see you, brother.
Definitely. Trapped in the 90s, still moving out here heavily. We've seen some visuals, you know what I mean? I wanted to speak about some situations because you dropped Trapped in the 90s on July 4th last year. And your first visual, I believe, was with Rome Jeter.
True indeed.
And then right after the visual drop, Trapped in the 90s 2 dropped.
True indeed.
How was the promotion scheme for that? Like, what was the reason for that?
Well, basically, I just wanted to embody the whole Trapped in the 90s wave, the whole movement. I felt by doing that, what I wanted to do was, okay, we put out Trap 1, sit on that, then, I hit them with the late visual with the chaos with me and Rome. But at the same time, I also had Trapped in the 90s 2 coming out at Thanksgiving. But at the same time, it all is the same wave, it's the same movement. Right. And one thing I want to stress to other artists, just because you got a project out that might have came out, let's just say even 2 years ago, that doesn't mean stop grinding it, stop promoting it. You know what I mean? It's always, material is always new to people who haven't heard it. So for somebody who hasn't heard something you dropped 3 years ago, why not continue to push and promote that? Because that might be your spark right there.
Definitely, definitely. I see you dropped the second single, "Making Moves with Perp." What was the mindset behind that whole video?
We basically just wanted to make sure we track that with no pun intended. We wanted to track that 90s essence in the visuals. Just giving you, with those 90 videos, they just had that aesthetic, they just had that feel. So we wanted to capture that, but bring it up to new speed, to for the new eyes, the new wave. So of course, shouts out to my brother Perk. He was just thankful enough to make sure I could use him in the proper setting, to where we can make that Making Moves with Perp. And also shout out to Lava Izzo, man.
Definitely. A lot of things going on. I'm hearing through the grapevines that you have a Madison County week of September. Explain to the people what is that about?
The week of county, September 1st through the 7th. Each day leading up until my Hopscotch performance September 6th is going to be something new drop. New visuals, new music, new art. You know what I mean? You're going to see a lot of Madison that week. It's also my birthday week, September 2nd. You already know, shouts out to my Virgos. Nikki Nicole, I see, my birthday twin.
Okay.
But I'm just giving them a week of counting. So we're just going to hit them September 1st through the 7th. Just make sure y'all are prepped for that. Yeah, we hitting them.
Now, back to the promotion thing for the Trap in the 90s. Your next song, which is one of my favorites,
right,
is The Finer Things. Now, you got a lot of songs off both tracks,
right?
Trap in the 90s 1 and Trap in the 90s 2. Are you focusing right now just on Trap in the 90s 1? Because I see the last 2 singles that dropped have been off 1.
Right.
So what's the deal? Are you just gonna focus on 1, or are we gonna keep doing it for 2 as well? I mean, how's the plan gonna work?
I definitely kind of going back to what I touched on in terms of promoting, even older material. Now, granted, Trap 1 and Trap 2, they came out last year, but that it's still that summer wave, it's still that fall and winter wave where I can still apply those. So I still got a couple more visuals from Trapped in the Trapped in the 91 that I'm gonna still shoot, but at the same time I'm gonna be promoting Trapped in the 90s 2 as well, with visuals and supporting that. But in the same time, underneath the surface, I'm still working on my debut album, so I'll be focusing on that while doing Trapped in the 90s 1 and 2 promotion as well.
And when is that set to drop?
We're looking forward probably to 2015. No set date right now. I just want to make sure I'm in the kitchen cooking, and I don't want to rush it. I don't want to hit a microwave meal. I want to make sure it's a properly cooked, thorough meal. So 2015 definitely, but no set date as of right now.
North Carolina is getting a lot of smoke lately. A lot of artists is coming from North Carolina. You got King Maz.
True indeed.
You got Ruger.
True indeed.
Where do you feel that your place is with those artists? King Maz, he got a strong buzz right now.
True indeed.
Ruger, he got songs with the Migos. He got a strong buzz right now. What is your place with North Carolina artists? How do you feel you are as far as elite with the?
You have to put me in the discussion.
Definitely.
Just with the work ethic, the consistency, and the product. And shouts out to those artists, because we all, at the end of the day, at the end of the 24-hour cycle, we all striving for one goal, or a couple of goals actually. Of course, you already know dollars, making sense, and then of course putting NC on, just because we haven't had our just due in terms of, hey, this is NC, these are the artists here, these are the people here. So I definitely feel I'm up there, and I'm going to continue to have my place up there, just continue to work hard and grind.
Definitely. We're here with Madison Jay County, Welsh Da God, OnTheSceneNY. A lot of things going on with this young man. Since we first talked, the progression is just massivated tremendously. I want to talk about your thoughts of potentially being a nominee for Double XL Freshman. Does that even mean anything? Or, when you I ask upcoming artists all the time, does the goal of being nominated by Double XL, is that the goal that upcoming artists want, or that's just an extra plus that, hey, people out here are noticing my work?
It goes both ways. I mean, I would be lying to you to say, oh yeah, man, I wouldn't mean anything if I was, selected as a double XL freshman for any year, because I mean that just means that people in another market or another area are recognizing what you're doing. So for anybody to recognize what you're doing is always an accomplishment. Now, is that the ceiling? Nah, that's not even out the basement yet. That's just one step in the long path.
Right.
I have to nominate myself. Freshman 15, Vanessa Sack. What's good? Holla at your boy, County, Madison Jay. I know you've been getting the tweets, Facebook, been getting the messages, Instagram. I know you've been getting all of that, man. Stop playing games. You already know.